today we're going to be having a look at a few of my favourite needle felting books, so stick around if you want to find out all about them. Hello and welcome back to a kooky corner of YouTube. I have been delving back into needle felting again. It's something you can sit and do without melting in this heat. So you're not crocheting, which is surrounded by lots of wool. You're not having to do anything apart from just sit and play with small amounts of wool that are easily controllable. And they are even more easily controllable when you've got some good instructions, which I think these are some of the best books on needle felting that I have got, and I've got quite a few in my bookshelves, to be honest with you. So this is something I've probably shared with you before, but it's part of a set of 3 books that I've now got, so I thought I'd just go through them all at once, culminating with the newest one. So let's have a little look. We've got Needle Felting for Beginners, How to Sculpt with Wool by Dace and Judy Balchin. I swear by this book for people who are starting to needle felt. It is an awesome introductory book. It has everything in it that you can possibly need to know to start off with. You've got some really nice projects to start you off as well that are going to keep you interested. So you go through what is needle felting. I mean, look at these beautiful pictures, and these are all achievable, to be honest with you. They are so achievable if you follow the instructions. It tells you what kind of wool to use, all the different kinds of wool that you can use. I mean, you can use most of them, to be honest with you. But some of them are good for some things, some of them are good for other things. So different wool terms, how to mix wool. This is an awesome thing to know, because sometimes you just haven't got that quite right colour, and to be able to mix them up, which you can do. I've done this myself. All about felting needles, what they look like, really in depth. And lots of things, basic techniques, how to put things together. Just such a beautiful book. I love this moon gazing hair. It is stunning. The pictures in these search press books are awesome, to be honest. This little robin is so cool and will make a great present for anybody at Christmas. So if you're thinking of your Christmas presents now, great books to get into. Roving Rabbit is gorgeous. Look at him. And then we've got this little forest mouse. So it includes things like, once you've got into the basics, you can go on to working with wire. So things like, you know, just learning new techniques each time. And this book builds through it, which is so cool. Look at that doggo. He's so lovely. So this book I've had on my shelf for a while, since it first came out. I absolutely love it. I would recommend it to anybody who's starting needle felting to start for the first time. Grab yourself a copy of this one, because this is possibly all you would need. So that's the first book that I have of a series of books that these two have brought out. So the next one is something that is close to my heart. Needle Felting Teddy Bears for Beginners. Now, I've been making bears with needle felting for a while. This is one of my little guys here. He's one of mine. And he was made probably about 2 years ago now. I've not made another one recently. I really want to make some more, because I've given a lot away as gifts. And so I am now down to my last little needle felter bear. So I think I might be having a foray into making some more. And I will be referencing this book. This will be a book I'll be looking at, because this is Needle Felting Teddy Bears for Beginners. Awesome. Completely awesome. So if bears are your thing, as they are mine, I do love a bear. Look at these guys. They are so cool. We've got Disco Bear here. You know what I'd do with him? He'd have sequins on his hat. Of course he would. Of course he would. Angel bears. The party bear here is absolutely wonderful. And this little guy, look at him. He's a wizard bear. We like him a lot. So again, this takes you through all the things you're going to need to know. You still get some instruction, not as much in the first book, because the first book is really good to buy on its own. But if you want to specialise into making bears, for sure, get yourself a copy of this, because this is so cool. I really love this guy here. Let me take him up to you so you can see him. Look at him. He's so lovely. That feeds into something I'm going to show you in a minute. Making furry bears, how to make them fuzzy. So you think that with needle felting it needs to be quite smooth. Well, no, there are ways to make them look fuzzy, and this book will tell you how to do it. How to joint them, baker bears and all their little bakes. So cool. Love, love, love. So this is great ideas for reference. How to make all the little things for them as well. So he's got a little hat and a scarf. So it gives you the instructions for the hat and scarf. How cool is that? Yeah, really, really recommend this one if you are into needle felting and also into making little bears. I mean, who wouldn't want one of those on their desk, supporting them when they're making their artwork? I certainly would, that's for sure. So these two books I may have shown you before. I was just going through them briefly. Search Press reached out to me and asked me if I would like to have a look at the newest book by Ross and Judy. They have got two other books as well, apart from these, which I haven't got on my shelves yet. One is Needle Felting Christmas, and the other one is Dolls, I believe. I think there's another two. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure there's another two more, but I don't have those on my shelf. But this one was gifted to me by Search Press. And this one is just beautiful. It's Cute Animals to Needle Felt. And this is brand new. You get 20 easy projects. I mean, you open to the page here and you see the face of Donkey. And you think, yes, I am in. I'm invested. So we got, what have we got? We've got Koala, Penguin, Hooty Owl, Bonnie Bunny, Fabulous Fox, Timmy Guinea Pig. Guinea pigs are so popular, and I've not seen many needle felted ones. So it's cool to have a little project in this book that would deal with that. We've got Happy Hedgehog, Eliza Hen, Snuggly Sheep, Cozy Cat, and all the others, Dinky Donkey. If I were picking names, that would be a name for my donkey for sure. So again, we've got an introduction into needle felting. Again, we've got a little overview of what you're going to need and different kinds of wool. And again, you get to know which kinds of needles you're going to use. All the other materials as well are listed there for you as well. So you sometimes think, oh, wish I got that, or wish I knew I'd need that. Everything is in this list for you to grab hold of, all the things that you're going to need, so you won't be wishing that you've got something when you start. We've got basic techniques, which I advise everyone to go through. How to do the shapes and features. I suggest you try and make a ball to start off with, because that ball can then be made into something. You know, you're not wasting your time. So trying these techniques, all of these things can then be made into something. So that's what I like about this. Shapes and features, how to get features onto things, flattening the surfaces out, making surfaces a little bit more bumpy, adding bits in, making an oval, making a cone. All of these things are things that you will use when you're making your creatures. how to join the shapes together, all the features, how to put in the little features, the little eyes, and how to embroider the facial expressions. So the projects. In this particular book, all the needle that you're going to use is a 40 triangle. So it tells you straight off the bat that unless it's otherwise stated, always use a 40 triangle needle. So that's already there for you. So we start off with the simple little koala bear. He's so cute, or she is cute, Katie, and her baby. So you can make these in different sizes. What they also suggest is that you get yourself a little pair of little digital scales, because they give you the weights of the wool that you're going to need. So for this one, let me have a look. It tells you you're going to need 18 grams of a beige wool, or whatever colour you need. And that is a godsend, because you know exactly how much wool you need to be shrinking down and to what size. There's also in the back of the book, there are templates that give you the exact sizage that you should have when you've felted it down fully. So they're all included in the back. But I think this is awesome, and the digital scales idea is a really, really good idea. They're quite cheap to get hold of. You can get yourself a set for, I think it's about £10. I think that's how much I paid for mine. And perfect for weighing out little amounts of wool. So we've got our penguin. I love this. This reminds me of Adventure Time. I don't know why it does. It reminds me of Adventure Time, and I love Adventure Time. So I'd love to make myself an Ice King and an Adventure Time Gunther. But I'll probably follow these instructions if I wanted to make one, because it does remind me of Gunther an awful lot. Now on to one that's close to my heart. Good old Hooty Owl. Well, I didn't just leave it at reading through this. I had to have a go. So if you want to have a look at mine, here he is. I followed the instructions. I might have tweaked it a little bit. You might have noticed a slight colour difference. I don't know if you've noticed that. But I wanted a multicoloured fluorescent neon owl, and I got one. And his name is Neo, strangely enough. But I followed these instructions in order to make my Neo, and it really helped, especially with how to get a flattened base and supported so that it can actually stand on my hand without falling over. Perfect. So the instructions are all in here, so you could make your own owl, and you don't have to stick to the colours. These are suggested colours. You can use whichever colours you like. So if you're a colour fiend like me, go for it. Go and have some fun. So we've got an owl, we have a bunny, we've got Mr. Fabulous Fox, who's very cute. I'm desperate to make a Gunther penguin. There's that guinea pig. I think that's such a good idea. So many kids have little guinea pigs as pets. To have your little own felt one would be a great gift, wouldn't it, that you can keep on a shelf. Also, not looking in a morbid way, but you could make a little model for someone who had a guinea pig. So if you had a photograph of it, you could make a little one to stand on the shelf and remind them of their beautiful little friend. So that would be an awesome way to go as well. Happy Hedgehog. These are such cool guys. We've got one in the garden, and often catch them as they're snuffling their way up in the grass sometimes of an evening. So those are really cool to make as well. I love the smiley face. It's so cute. So cute. This is glorious. Eliza Hen. And all the different little ways of putting in the eyes and how to make a beak and everything, they're all covered in the book. We've got some more sheep. Lovely cat. Look at that cute little guy. He's so cool. And the little tiny mice. Oh, so we've got like a tall one and a baby. Oh, they are so cute. Can you imagine a series of those? at Christmas time, all dressed up in little woolly scarves and things. And they could be used as like a centerpiece for a Christmas dinner table or something. I think they'd be really cool. I think they're lovely. Alpacas. We've got this lovable lion. I think he's really cute as well. But so many. Pandas. I have made pandas before, for sure. But I think it's lovely to learn different techniques on how to make things that you already know how to make. I like to learn how other people do things because that helps me improve my processes as well. Roly Polar Bear and Dinky Donkey. Oh yes, you'd be definitely one on my list of things to make. I shall put you on my list. And then we get to Ellie Elephant. Who doesn't love a little gorgeous elephant with huge ears? How beautiful. These are all so, so cute. I've got a friend who loves giraffes who would absolutely love a Jillian. So cuddly kangaroos. For our lovely Antipodean friends out there, you might want to make yourself a little cuddly kangaroo. Really, really cute. And then you've got all the templates in the back that show you the sizes of everything that you need. So thank you to Search Press for sending me that. I am absolutely thoroughly involved. Can you see? I love this book. I love learning how to put things together, specifically in needle felting, because these are nice things you can put in your pocket as well. They're kind of like, as long as you're not like roughhousing with them, but you can put them in your pocket and it's just a nice little travelling companion. I think, you know, if you've been here for a while, I do like my little travelling companions that go around with me in my handbag or pocket. And it's just a little comfort thing, I think. And I think we all need a little bit of comfort in these days, don't we? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little look through my Dace and Judy Balchin's needle felting books. I am super, super happy to have all of these books on my bookshelf. And I'm going to be looking into the Christmas one, I think, because I didn't realise there was a Christmas one. So that's going to go on my list because I want to make a few Christmas decorations this year. So that is going to be on my list for sure. I will be back here very soon with something else and possibly some more books off my bookshelf. So if you're interested in all the things that I share here on the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe. People always say, but doesn't it cost anything? It costs you absolutely nothing to give a video a thumbs up, and it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to the channel. But what it does do is, for the channel, it's the best way of getting YouTube to see that things that they are producing are valid and valuable. Anyway, that's enough for me for now. I hope you have the most fantastic day, and I'll be back here very soon with something else. Bye for now.